Hello and welcome back once again. We are now looking at episode 6. This is after the race weekend, which I hope you all seen and seen my demise of the car. So this morning I've just been looking at sort of fault finding why I'm getting this misfire in the top end in VTEC only. I've had similar things in the past where the old engine was burning oil a little bit because the PCV valve was blocked. And when the oil got low enough, then it wasn't enough oil pressure for it to kick into VTEC. This engine isn't burning, it is burning a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as the other one. So at the end of the race, it was still half full, which should be enough to engage VTEC. Either way, I've topped it up and given it a run, and it's still got the same issue, so it's not that. I've checked the timing. I absolutely schoolboyed. I didn't check the timing when I put the new engine in. Obviously that distributor is off the B16A2 and I've put it onto this B18C motor, and I didn't check the timing. I've got marks on the distributor, pen marks around the bolts to get it roughly there. It wasn't far off, but it was off far enough for it to not be right. So I fixed that this morning. I did want to show you guys, but the camera was charging. So anyway, I sorted the timing out, took it for another blast. I've still got the same issue. I hope that driving it as hard as I have been over the weekend with the timing out, I've not done any major damage to the engine itself. But what I'm going to do now, I've just pulled the HT leads off. I'm going to test the resistance on them. So I'll pretty much show you how that works now. I've took the distributor cap off. I've got it here. I've cleaned it up a little bit. I'm fairly happy with the distributor cap. I doubt I'll be able to get you inside close enough to see. Let's give it a go. So if you can see inside, I can get a bit better light for you. I've given them a little scrape and a clean up. Yeah, they're not really pitted. They've got that sort of little scratch from the actual rotor arm. You know, they're only cheap things, so I'll probably look to replace that and the rotor arm. It looks like I'm pretty much going to have to replace the whole ignition system. Unfortunately at the moment I'm absolutely skint from the race weekend. So I was hoping I could find a simple fix. I was hoping the timing was going to be the issue. But to be fair, seeing as it had been working okay all weekend, and then for it to only go on the race makes me think otherwise. So what we'll do now is just go through the testing of the HT leads. The spark plugs, I mean, I did take them out of the old engine, but they were really near enough brand new in the old engine. They'd done less than 1,000 miles because the car's always been off the road and only ever done track days, and I've only done 2 track days since I put them spark plugs in, so you know, you're talking less than 200 miles maximum on them sparks, so they should be absolutely fine. I don't really intend on replacing them. Got to keep the costs down. So let's have a look at these HT leads. Okay, so here are the HT leads. I've just pulled them off the car, nice and easy. Now you're looking for resistance obviously across these leads. I've been looking on the MagnaCore website. These are MagnaCore KT85s. I did buy them second hand, so I don't know. You know, I don't know how old they're actually going to be. They could be donkey's years old, but you'd expect them to last a fair while. However, so let's just, what am I on now? So if you've got a multimeter, you want to set it to the ohm setting, which we're on now, and I've got it on kilo ohms. So probably between 2 to 4,000 to 4 kilo ohms, I guess. You know, let's just have a look. Let's see what we get. If we get a sort of a decent reading, and they're all what's the word I'm looking for? Where they all sort of increase with the length. You know, we'll go with that. So starting with number 4. Hopefully you can see that okay. Right, so you just put the terminals on each end. This is quite deep, it should reach inside. and I've got overload on that, which means the resistance is too high, or it's not reading it. Well, it's not reading any resistance, which means that looks to me like I've got a bad cable straight away. Okay, let's go to number 3, see what we get with that. So right, straight away you see we're getting 3.4, and it's pretty steady. We can wiggle it around, you know, there's no, that cable is fine, there's no breaks, you know, there's nothing loose, it's pretty much holding steady, you know, moving literally ohms. When I move it around, that could be, you know, it could just be the terminal shifting slightly on as it's touching the metal. So I'm going to say cable 3 is good. Let's go to number 2, which is this one. Let's take that clip off. Right, so, you know, looking now, it looks like number 4 is a bad egg. But it's not misfiring throughout the revs, only until the high revs. So it might just be a sparks getting through, and as the revs are increasing, it's not quite getting through well enough. I don't know, but let's check this one. So now because this cable's slightly longer, it should read slightly higher. I can't say by how much, you know, maybe 1,000 ohms, maybe not. So there you go, like 340 odd ohms higher, or whatever it was before. It's higher, and it's looking pretty stable. Let me just wiggle it around a bit. So 3.84 to 6. Yeah, you know, again, we're shifting a couple of ohms, wiggling it around. So again, good cable. And then number 1 should be obviously the longest one. Yeah, 4.5. So it's quite a big jump from 2 to 1, but again, it's quite a long cable. So although that is jumping, see there, we've got a break, and I'm pretty confident. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. Okay, 4.5. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. It's quite a big increase over, you know, so 1's that long, if you can see that. You know, it's about 1.5 foot long. 2 is only slightly shorter, so it's quite a big jump. You know, that 2 was 3.8 odd, going up to 4.5, so there's 700 in there, whereas there was only a few hundred difference between 3 and 2. So maybe 1 isn't great. So 1 and 4 have got a little bit of an issue. Well, 4's got a massive issue by the looks of it. So let's just recheck, just to make sure I weren't being stupid. So we did get a bit of a reading then, but still it is open circuit pretty much. Now, since I've pulled it off the car, that could have damaged it even further and made it open circuit. So, well, I mean, I could put it back on the car and see if it runs, but yeah, we're getting. Okay, so I've got a reading now, and then it's gone again. So I'm fairly confident in saying that it is on its way out. So yeah, I've got to say, I think number 4 is dead. That might be my issue. I hope it is. These leads aren't cheap, but again, I did buy them second hand. You're talking 80 quid for a new set. So I'll probably just get some more standard ones. So, but anyway, you see how you test the HT leads. I've never really done that before. I've never had to do it before. If anyone does know or has had a similar issue, then please do let me know. I did get a check engine light when the first time when it first started, or during the race when it started missing. But obviously since then I pulled the kill switch, and that had sort of reset the ECU, so I can't read the cell code, which is a bit annoying because I could have done with knowing. But other than that, the engine runs fine. Yeah, it's just in the high revs, and it just feels it feels like you're pushing through sludge with the engine where it's missing. So, and you can hear it sort of popping and banging a little bit in the exhaust where unburnt fuel's getting through. So yeah. Right, let me think for a bit, because I was just going to sit there watching me thinking this is rubbish. Right, yeah. So I'll come back to you when I've played a little bit more and see what I've worked out. So you hear it now. You can hear it's definitely missing. Replace the leads and we'll go with that. Let's turn this up. Stinks of fuel back there. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think them leads, or at least number 4, is kaput. Tempted to do a little spark test, but oh, fuck, whatever. So hopefully that's what it is. We just had that spark, that lead's broken down, and that will be good. So I guess I'll wrap it up really. There's not much else I can do. Like I say, I've got to go back to work before I get into trouble. So yeah, not a very good episode, but you know, a bit of fault finding, that's what this was all about really. So that's it wrapped up. So I'll order some new HT leads. The next event we've got is called the Festival of Army Motorsport, and that's coming next week. So I don't think I'm going to be able to buy them by then. And well, I might be able to, maybe I will get that sorted. We'll just go for the leads for now. I don't want to just start throwing money at it when that's all that's needed. And that'll be that really. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you sort of seen how to do a bit of pretty basic fault finding. And yeah, hopefully next time you'll see me put the new leads on and everything will be fixed. And we'll be VTECing all over the place, and I'll be back in the power. Because, well, from that race weekend, this car was quick. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Again, as always, please do like and subscribe, and share it around, spread the word, spread the love. Yeah, that's it. Right, thanks again. I'll see you soon. I need to work on episode 4 because that isn't even up yet, and then the race weekend, which will be episode 5. So they'll be coming up. Doesn't even matter, by the time you've seen this, they'll already be up. So yeah, I didn't need to mention that. Right, yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.